as a beginner, sometimes it's good to look back on games and learn some lessons. So here's a game where I could have played the opening a little better. So according to the computer, I actually could have just taken here. Now I'm going to think about this a little more because can't he just take me back? So it's something I'm going to think about a little more. I guess by being behind in tempo, I can always develop quicker, so it's not beneficial for him to play like this. But yeah, this is something, and I guess if I up my bishop, I can start threatening a fork, so to speak. That's not what I did though. Instead, I put my bishop up because I'm thinking of castling, and then he ups this pawn, which is probably not the best move. And so now I take, because now if he takes, I have my bishop here to defend. So that was the right move. Yep, that was the right move according to the computer. Now here's a part where I didn't play correctly, and this goes back to tempo. This is something that I'm working on actively as a beginner. So look what I did. I retreated, right? But what I could have done was I could have gone here. That would have been a retreat. It would have stayed in the center control area, and it would have threatened because this right now is hanging. So that was a very crucial, not a mistake, but a miscalculation. Because when I think attack, I think attack. When I think defense, I think defense. I don't think about them both. And that's something that I need to be better at. So it keeps going. He castles. And here I go and I fork. Now, according to the computer, this wasn't the best move. Now, according to the computer, I should have castled first king safety, or I should have upped this other knight. But I saw the opportunity and I forked. The reason was because I have a knight protecting. According to the computer, he could have gone here. Then he would have pinned me. Or he could have just taken. And I would have taken. And then he would have pinned my knight. So those were things that could have happened. So he also does not think about attacking and defending. He just retreats, which gives me this. And here's the part that was interesting. Again, I'm only thinking about retreating. I could have put my bishop down here. That probably, in fact, was the best move. Yes, that was the best move. I retreat my king, which wasn't the worst move, but the issue is now he controls this central file. So at this point, I'm still ahead in pieces, but he still has this central file. And look what happens here. This was a move that he or she, this might have been a girl player, this is a move that she should have done. Instead of moving this pawn to threaten my knight, she should have done this. Look at that. Created that double rook battery, and she has a queen here, man. She could have really started attacking again. Remember, I can't castle because I was already checked and I had to move my king. She should have done that, right? It's good to start to see the opponent's good moves too, because you gotta see yourself and your opponent, right? I'm good at seeing the opponent's immediate checks, captures, and thrusts, but I'm not good looking in advance at the opponent's next moves. That is gonna take me a few more months to get to, but I'm doing this to get myself to slightly get better at. So to respond, this is exactly what I was trying to do. I would have threatened the queen, but the thing is, the queen's pretty mobile. The queen could move in a variety of directions and be fine. This was the big missed opportunity that the opponent made. So then right here, towards the end game, this is where the opponent really started making a lot of mistakes. So hanging right here. So right there. And then this gets left hanging. So I take that. So now the opponent's down a lot of pieces. And then it just kind of falls apart from here for the opponent. I don't play this endgame as well as I should have, honestly. But the opponent also makes a big mistake here, allowing me to backrank checkmate. The opponent has to go here, and then I would go here. And it would be a backrank checkmate sequence, exactly. So the opponent blundered there. What the opponent should do, this is really good to know. What the opponent should have done, the opponent should have gone here. This allows an escape, and it even kind of attacks my pawn structure. So that would have been interesting. So I would have still done the back rank check. It wouldn't have been a mate. So you see, so I would have still gone here, here, and then he would have escaped one last breath, I would have probably done this knowing me. And so I still have a battery. And so it would have been a longer endgame, but what the opponent did was the opponent made it a very short backrank checkmate. Right? You always have to be careful of the backrank. And that's why earlier, even though I was not at risk of being backrank checkmated, I still moved my king up. It wasn't just to line up my rooks, which was the most important thing. It's also to make it safer, just in case they decide to come down to the back rank. But honestly, it was mostly to line up my rooks. I'm going to start taking some of these computer tips to the heart. Now, some of them are too advanced for me, but as I get better, I'm going to start understanding more of the computer moves, the computer suggestions. So that's a good way to apply what you learn. As I keep playing, I'm going to keep sharing some of these games for you, because even though you win, you could have won better, right? That's one of the biggest lessons. So as I get better, I will keep sharing these games and the lessons from games, whether I win or lose. So talk to you guys soon.